Well, since we're going through with this rite of parting, I guess it means that those rumors hit the nail on the head.
So Rex Lapis is really... But they didn't catch the culprit, did they?
Oh, come on. Do you think that the assassin could have been a normal person? You know what I think. I don't think any of the gossip on the streets you hear from those shady types is worth anything. There's only one real possibility in my mind. I've heard that the assassin was that Fatui fellow. Youngish, pretty high in rank. I think they called him Child.
The Fatui? They certainly are very suspicious. Who knows what those greedy, crooked folks...
Shh! Lower your voice. If the Fatui catch you in their sights, Rex Lapis won't be around to protect you this time.
You know that god from the ocean couldn't have just shown up out of nowhere. I mean, it's been 2,000 years since Rex Lapis subdued it.
Yes, and to think that this happened right on the heels of the incident with Rex Lapis, too.
Say, do you think the person who assassinated our lord and released that evil god might have been one and the same?
Now that you mention it, that's very possible. Yes, it's very possible indeed. I mean, it all fits together. That person must have colluded with the evil god to harm Rex Lapis. Oh, that wicked, black-hearted scoundrel. Still, what sort of supernatural prowess must this person possess to be able to do such things? I have never heard of such a person in all my years.
Ah, forget it. Guessing's no use to us. Look, the Millilith over there looks like he's about to make an announcement. Let's hear what the Ministry of Civil Affairs has to say first.
Hear ye all! The Chising's words. Though a dragon soars ageless as the mountains, it too must return to dust. This is common knowledge. Gods and Adepti live glorious lives, but both light and shadow have their season. So too must they face divinely appointed trials. Rumors and hearsay abound on the streets that Rex Lapis was murdered. Now, let the truth be revealed. Having been thwarted in his trial, Rex Lapis's soul has recouped the celestial heights. He beseeches the people of Liyue to grieve not and to let not their hearts be saddened. Nor are they to believe street-born rumors or indulge in baseless speculation.
Paimon needs a translation on what the Chising's announcement said. So that's how they're spinning it. Something feels off. Why would they suddenly give up looking for the murderer? Not to mention how this excuse sounds like something they just made up on the spot. Could the Chising already have known that Rex Lapis wasn't dead? But Zhongli said that neither they nor the Adepti knew anything. Did Zhongli tell... Exactly, right? Ooh, seems like the rite of parting has been going on for a while now. Let's go have a look.
Yeah! Skyward! Scatter!
Look, it's Ningguang and Keqing. Are they saying something? Are their speeches over?
As said previously, Rex Lapis's soul returning to the heavens is the end of the contract. And it is also the end of an era.
3,700 years of contracts burnt and reduced to ash.
We, the people of Liyue, were indeed prosperous. But blinded by our prosperity, we forgot that time can be pitiless.
The long, unending dream of our Archon walking among us.
Now that we have awoken from our dream, we must learn to say farewell. Will you stand with us as we re-establish our contracts? As we build a new age of prosperity?
So concludes the words of Her Eminence the Tianquan. Does Her Eminence the Yuheng have anything to add?
Huh? Is she looking this way?
Traveler.
Yikes! She really is looking our way!
Is that the traveler who they say defeated the ancient god?
So young.
The Liyue Qixing always repay their debts. And as you have heard, our eyes see far and our reach is long. Name your price. You deserve that much.
Whoa!
Well, could you help me put up some missing person posters?
Why, you... Were you just trying to look cool earlier, or are you really that selfless? If you were looking for someone, you could have just told me that in private.
The cleanup of the premises, managing the crowds as they exit, making an account of the rite? There's much that remains to be done. I didn't miss anything, did I?
Roping you in was possibly the most masterful move we could have made. I believe that future generations will say so too when our deeds come up for their review.
Useless.
Hey, Zhongli! Look at this. Everyone in Liyue is caught up in their emotions, thinking that they'll never see Rex Lapis again. And here you are looking all relaxed.
Why would I not feel more at ease after laying down the burden I have borne for 3,700 years? Right. If the two of you can spare the time, I should treat you to a meal at the Shinya kiosk.
Ha! That sounds like big talk, Zhongli. Paimon might have believed you if you were treating us to some third-round knockout, but you'd have to pay out your nose just to stand inside Shinya kiosk. Are you sure you can afford it?
You're right. I do lack the Mora.
But why would Morax lack Mora?
As the Rex Lapis Morax, I can easily create Mora. But since I have chosen to walk this earth as the mortal Zhongli, I should abide by the same rules that mortals do. When I was journeying with you, though I still had the Gnosis in hand, I knew that I must soon retire from my role as an Archon, so I had to rehearse a little for my new life.
Oh, no wonder! Paimon gets it now. You didn't look at the price tags when we were spending because you've never had to. But since you weren't used to not being able to just make more Mora as and when you wanted to, you had to try becoming a parasite to society who lives off of other people's credit.
Well, we were only spending Fatui money. You don't have to say it like that. In the City of Commerce, we do not merely exchange money or goods. We also exchange knowledge, memories, and foresight, as well as positions, roles, and lives. The Archon Morax could never experience life as the true mortal Zhongli could, no matter how many times he descended to be with his people. I must thank you for that. I will treasure the memories that I made as Zhongli, traveling the streets of Liyue with you. That is true. But there is no journey that does not end. No meetings without partings.
Paimon thinks that we should make a move and continue our search for the Seven.
I fear that continuing your journey may be difficult. The nation that neighbors Liyue by sea, Inazuma, is presently closed. Yes, the nation has been closed by order of its deity, the Electro-Archon Ball. And just as the people of Liyue preferred to call me Rex Lapis, she too goes by another name among locals in Inazuma.
Paimon thinks we've heard that one before. Raiden?
That is the case. And since Raiden is also the Shogun of Inazuma...
That said, though people at the wharf were saying that the situation in Inazuma is very tense, Paimon doesn't remember that always being the case. It wasn't that bad last year. Zhongli, since you're Rex Lapis, shouldn't you know something about what's happening there? Just how did Inazuma become a closed nation?
It's because of visions.
Visions?
When faced with circumstances beyond their control, humans often bemoan their lack of power. But if a person shows true strength of will at a desperate and fateful moment in their life, the gods will look upon them with favor. This is what visions are. Magical foci bestowed upon those who have been acknowledged by the gods.
That's how people in Teyvat see it.
But starting from last year, the Raiden Shogun began promulgating the Vision Hunt Decree.
Vision Hunt Decree?
Yes. It was an order to seize all visions within Inazuma's borders, and to inlay them upon the hands of the statue of the omnipresent god.
They want to seize visions? But why? Aren't visions blessings from the gods?
I should think that in the Raiden Shogun's eyes, it is precisely because they are divine blessings that they should be under the sole dominion of divinity.
Whoa, that's harsh.
The Animo Archon is the god of freedom, and the Geo Archon is the god of contracts. For her part, the Raiden Shogun is the god of eternity. It seems as though she has finally decided to eliminate any unstable elements that could pose a threat to her eternal realm. The fact that even I, the oldest of the 7, have now passed away, will only strengthen her resolve to pursue eternity. Knowing her, 7 ideals. All right then. Was there anything else you wish to know? Well then, I suppose you'll have to find a way to get inside this closed nation. Have patience. I suspect that some serendipity must first come into play.
Look, Traveler, an urgent hiring notice, and they're paying top Mora, too! Oh, Paimon likes the sound of that. You're right, it is strange. Do you think something happened to Yanxiao? Because that guy barely lets anyone ever set foot in his kitchen. Doesn't exactly seem like the type to hire help. The notice says interested parties should go upstairs and talk to the innkeeper Huayan. Should we go and see what's up? Yeah, and we can ask about the pay while we're at it. Take a seat, please.
Boss, there's really...
Perhaps not, but continuing to work will only hinder your recovery. You need to rest for a few days. We'll figure something out.
Huayan! Yanxiao!
Oh? Traveler and Paimon! What brings you to this neck of the woods?
And we decided to come check up on Yanxiao.
I knew we shouldn't have posted that notice. It's really nothing to worry about. I'm fine. I swear.
How kind of you. My thanks to you both. And thanks on Yanxiao's behalf, too. There's nothing to be embarrassed about, Yanxiao. Just tell them what happened.
Oh, all right. Well, basically, we had a lot of guests. Well, you know what they say. Play with fire long enough and you're bound to get burned. Even the best chefs slip up sometimes. Anyway, it's nothing, just a tiny burn. I can still...
Now. I don't want you pushing yourself. You'll only make it worse, and then you'll be looking at more than just a couple of days off to recover.
But the lantern rites only just finished, and we're still getting tons of guests. Now's not a good time for me to rest. Plus, lots of the guests are visiting from other nations. We can't just bring in some random chef off the street. We have a reputation to uphold. I refuse to let someone else ruin the good name we've made for ourselves here.
Listen to you. Anyone would think that you're the boss and not me. But he's not wrong. Yanxiao was one of the favorites in the Masterful Chefs tournament. No matter how you look at it, his are big boots to fill.
I don't mean to boast, but any chef of my caliber probably has their own restaurant to look after. It's not going to be easy to find someone who's...
Looks like we might have to increase the pay we're offering even further.
Do we know anyone that's a good chef and has the time to help out?
Boss, there's really no need for this. It's just a little burn, that's all. It won't get in the way of my work.
Perhaps not, but continuing to work will only hinder your recovery. You need to rest for a few days. We'll figure something out.
Huayan! Yanxiao!
Oh? Traveler and Paimon! What brings you to this neck of the woods?
And we decided to come check up on Yanxiao.
I knew we shouldn't have posted that notice. It's really nothing to worry about. I'm fine.
How kind of you. My thanks to you both. And thanks on Yanxiao's behalf too. There's nothing to be embarrassed about, Yanxiao. Just tell them what happened.
Oh, all right. Well, basically, we had a lot of guests pouring in for the lantern rite. Things got... Well, you know what they say. Play with fire long enough and you're bound to get burned. Even the best chefs slip up sometimes. Anyway, it's nothing, just a tiny burn. I can still...
Now. I don't want you pushing yourself. You'll only make it worse. And then you'll be looking at more than just a couple of days off to recover.
But the lantern rites... Oh, plus...
But he's not wrong. Yanxiao was one of the favorites in the Masterful Chefs tournament. No matter how you look at it, his are big boots to fill.
I don't mean to boast, but any chef of my caliber probably has their own restaurant to look after. It's not going to be easy to find someone who's got the skills and has the time to help us out.
Looks like we might have to increase the pay we're offering even further.
Do we know anyone that's a good chef? Oh, of course, you!
Oh, right. Yes. Now I think about it, I do recall hearing good things about your cooking ability. I suppose I'd added you to my mental list of people who can hold their own in a combat situation, but forgot. Well...
What do you think, Traveler? Should we do it?
I did say that,
I should...
Oh.
I believe there's some spare kitchen.
Of course, of course. Whew. All done. Ah, it's not...
You really went to all the trouble of building a new stovetop?
No, it's nothing like that. Having the right equipment is a big... Sometimes cooking is all about being well prepared. That's how you ensure speed.
Okay, and what about precision and consistency?
Precision all comes down to using your eyes. Where to slice into a particular cut of meat, how much oil to use, how to tell when a dish is done cooking. When you cook for yourself, you can always...
Worst case scenario, Paimon can deal with any subpar dishes by making sure they get properly...
The final thing you have to focus on is consistency. You have to be able to handle the most challenging orders with the same level of technique. You have to cater to their own dietary needs, while also giving them the opportunity. Don't. And of course, I'll be around to help you over the next few days. There's no time to lose.
Oh, Paimon! What ticket are we on again? Was Paimon just sleep floating? We didn't even get a...
No, but this is peak season. You both did a mighty fine job for your first time serve. Luckily, all are...
No strange...
Also, the thing about requests is that they're usually...
Excuse me. Are you... What should we do? It doesn't look like anyone's here. If only we'd gotten here a bit sooner.
It's alright. If we start building a campfire now, we'll be eating before too long.
Right. Besides, if anyone's to blame, it's Linny. So busy being a greedy culture vulture that he lost track of time.
Linny, Lynette, Fremine, it is you!
Paimon? So, is the Traveler here?
Traveler, Paimon! What a nice surprise!
Paimon was gonna say the same thing! We're just lending a helping hand at the end. Anyway, so that's how we ended up here. But what about you guys? Don't tell us,
No, quite...
It's not every day we get this kind of opportunity. Lenny thought it might be fun to spend some time in Liyue, especially since it's
We could hardly pass up the opportunity to watch a Liyue-style magic show.
In our time here, we've seen conjuring tricks incorporated into a Liyue...
So, we decided to stay here for a few more days to see what other forms of inspiration... We visited Granny Roshin in Chingsa village not long ago, and to...
In the end, though, we lost track of time. We haven't eaten...
And speaking of eating, as you know, seafood is a big part of both Liyue and Fontaine cuisine, but it's cooked very differently here. We simply...
Oh, need any recommendations? What have you tried so far?
That fish one with the misleading name.
Oh, you mean blackback...
It looked and smelled so appetizing that Lynette took a huge mouthful, blissfully unaware that she was about to set her mouth on fire. She could barely speak for the rest of the day after that.
Luckily, that wasn't a huge adjustment for her.
What? Aren't you guys hungry too?
Yes, I'm ready to eat. Traveler, I'm afraid we'll have to... Good question. I doubt we'll be able to decipher the menu, so why don't you recommend something? You should...
When...
Fontaine, huh?
Ooh, that's a...
Well, this is where it gets... Here's the recipe.
Yes. We meant to say, you two must...
Oh, now that you mention it, Paimon is a little hungry. Well, if you insist, then who are we to refuse? Oh, right!
The sauce looks a little overpowering.
Oh, according to Liyue custom...
Looks...
What is it? Do you need some water?
No.
Yep, you have quite the...
No wonder it pairs...
According to the creator, chewy crab complements succulent shrimp, making a spectacular... The crab roe glitters like pearls of gold, and the shrimp shines like chunks of gem...
So that's... Well, this dish must be right...
It's half gone already?
I heard that in Liyue. The biggest...
Wait, don't fight over it!
So your friends like the dip. There'll be more to come.
The damned will sooner die. Again, then lay a hand on me.
Morning. The boss, I have to admit. So it should be.
Oh.
Of course. They criticize you for.
This is Wang Shuin. It does have the look and feel of a time-honored establishment. Oh, innkeeper!
Farzan! Oops, Madam Far...
Oh my! Traveler, Paimon, whatever...
We could ask you the same thing! Where'd you suddenly get the funds to go... Madam Farzan, please, slow down. None of us slept last night. Layla! And...
Temporary chef, huh? Well, if...
So, what?
I got my hands on a new... right now.
Oh, Madam Farzan and me were hired to fine-tune the compass and other equipment.
Overtime...
You really kept...
It's not every day.
Farzan, Madam Farzan, that is. While I am more than happy to treat you both, I've heard that. Now, I don't...
That's actually a good point.
Not to mention that...
Huh?
Surely the...
Oh, well, of course I care about my students' well-being, but...
What? So, let's not order anything that'll take too long to prepare. Aside from that and seafood, we'll take whatever other expensive dishes you have. Over to you, traveler.
Kitty, kitty, kitty.
This could be an obstacle for Pantoro.
Those memories. So dark.
This could be an obstacle for Pantoro.
Reduced to just standing around. How absurd.
Kitty, kitty, kitty.
So, expensive, but no seafood, and nothing that takes too long to cook. That rules out pretty much our entire menu. Do these people get a kick out of being impossible to please?
Ugh, that Dory!
This isn't Lioli Pavilion or Shin... As it happens.
30,000!
Quick! You have to find... This dish is... Do it right?
Oh, Paimon gets it now! So this dish gets its value not from the ingredients, but the chef...
Nah, don't worry.
Believe in yourself. You can get...
Those memories. So dark.
Food's ready! Please enjoy!
Ooh, smells delightful! Oh, we meant to ask, have you two eaten breakfast yet? If not...
Did Dory just offer us a free meal? When did she become so generous?
Let's not forget that the biggest business deals are always settled over a meal. Come on, come on, come on, sit down and enjoy. This dish looks simple enough. And I did my research, so surely it can't. This dish had better... Is this? There's a different flavor in every bite. Ham? But I don't see any ham anywhere.
Well...
Wow. The complex... The name, if I'm not every student has...
Oh!
So, Oh, don't worry. 30... about that. Paimon... So...
Oh, Paimon knew it was too... Yeah!
But every... Once I'm back in Sumeru, I'll be...
We're off to a good start this morning. Keep up the good work.
Useless. Boring. Useless. Huh. Useless.
Ad Astra.
Reduced to just standing around. How absurd.
Ad Astra Abyssosk. Welcome.
Boats are made for transferring commodities back.
Gather!
Hey! Take yourselves at home!
Fallen leaves, adorn my night!
Shine down!
Everyone hold hands!
Order guide you.
Hey!
Clouds high, the birds call!
Everyone hold hands! The Temple of Wisdom!
Illusion shattered! Inazuma shines eternal!
I will have order.
Fallen leaves, adorn my night!
Shine down!
I see everything! Make yourselves at home!
Now you shall perish!
This is order.
The wind knows me. Clouds high, the birds call!